So it's recording this as of now. So the paid list is open and going. Zen wisdom for Jennifer. Come on. I want 2 from here. This is very interesting. I'm getting almost like a compass star that's coming through. So let's see what's going on. Okay, right here you've got, it says life's beauty, fields ripe with promise, tend to what you've sown with care, reap the fruits of your work. And then this one says, the majestic peaks climb towards the sky. The climb isn't over for you. The word endure is popping off this card so loud for me. So there's something that you are persisting with. You're going forwards, going towards. We're going to put the life purpose cards in the center, and then we'll go to this energy oracle, see what's going on around it. There's something that you don't even know that you're aware of that you're doing right now. It is on purpose. It is on task, and you're very much, you're studying something and building. It's like you're, okay. I'm getting, I'm going to put this down so the cards can be seen. What I'm getting is your spiritual architecture is coming through. When we do spiritual work, we're building on something. We're developing gifts that have been given to us. Sometimes we do stranding work. Sometimes we do sound healing work, energy work, Reiki, all of these kinds of things are things that we kind of know about. But when we're studying something and building something, this is not an old gift that you already have. So this is something that you'll find that you can do. I don't know what, I want one more. This feels culturally old, like the traveler's culture. Yeah. We're going to the second deck of the Cosmic Tarot. Now, I had this first one out earlier. This one I took the borders off, but I want to see in here. I want to see the imagery from here. Travelers are coming through. Travelers are coming through. What's going on here? Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got the Devil and the Nine of Wands. You know when people are persistently taking, persistently fooling, lying, deceitful. You know truth. You know truth. You know truth. When people are putting on masks, you're one that, I'm getting that sheds and shreds the mask really, really fast. You hold your boundaries really strong and you're resilient. You unveiled, you raw is really important. It's really good for you to be. And you don't, people that tend to wear masks, the phony balonies, have a tough time dealing with you. They might even be sometimes rude or mean to you because of jealousy, because they're not comfortable being that raw themselves. Yeah, there's something about you building, because you wash away, take away, reveal what is behind the mask a lot. The moon comes through. Yeah, you revealed this. Your intuition is stronger than their mask every time. Every time. You'll offer up a cup and they might not see what's going on. You're going to tell people uncomfortable truths. You will help build people up, but you're not going to put up with falsity. This is very interesting. It's like you will notice patterns. You'll study things. You see things. You know. The knowing of a thing is what's important for you. Now let's see what's going on in the energy cards. Very interesting, and that feels true. Yeah, it is true. It is true. Don't doubt your judgment. Don't doubt your intuition on things. You know how to read a room. You know when you can go into a room and you can see what's going on in your brain. Your brain may invent stories of this, that, the other, but sometimes you know that you're just like making up stories because you're people watching in the airport or whatever. Other times you know because you know the story, and you might see some guy at the table and he's with somebody and it's like, yeah, that isn't his wife. You know he's stepping out, blah, blah, blah. You'll see somebody else. You know they're nervous. You know they're antsy. You're not sure what about, but you know they're on edge and nervous for whatever reason. And they might be cool as a cucumber to everybody else, but you see through the bullshit is what I'm getting. What else is going on with the energy cards for you? Okay, so prayer is coming up here, and guardian angel. So whether you're religious or not, whether you believe in Christianity or Buddhism, doesn't matter. Divine source, prayer, connection with source is important. We all have spirit guides. We all have ancestors that are on our spirit squad team. And this one is where it's coming through. Whatever this is that you're building. It's like you are building your muscles in flexing truth. Important for you to know. New life, and this says teacher and guides. Yeah, the guides want to come in. So what you're doing, what you're learning and fine-tuning and dialing in your intuition about, it's asking you to do this in such a way that it's not a flex like I can show off, but you are building strength. You're building up your spiritual muscles in taking the mask and seeing behind the mask. Not because you would need to go to the jackass that might be the cheater or whatever and say, all right, you're cheating on your wife. I can see this from a mile away, you asshole. No. No, but you might see the person that is like freaked out and nervous and freaked out and nervous. And you might go over there and say just a kind word or two, and it might change their whole day, shift their whole day, or like, yeah, it's going to be okay. I've been a little bit stressed myself lately. You'll be able to do this. You probably have people coming to you already, unasked and revealing things. Definitely need to trust the message more. Definitely need to trust the message more. Trust your intuition more. This is huge for you. This is something that's given, it says new life here, but it's getting growth. It feels like the seed has been planted in the soil for a long time, and you're learning how to deal with this. You're learning how to use this gift a little bit better. And it's one of the hardest clairs there is, because when you're claircognizant and you have clair knowing, this is when we doubt ourselves. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I know that. I don't know if that's just me thinking something. Is that my imagination? Whatever. You have to learn some discernment in there, and you will. When you have like claircognizance or clairvoyance or clairaudience, you're seeing something that's a very, very strong visual, or you're hearing a lyric drop or something like that. And it might be unusual, but it's like, okay, with the claircognizance and the knowing and knowing how to unmask people, that's a tricky, tricky thing. And you're building on that, building on that, building on that. Discernment is coming in strongly for this. Now we have ease and runner guides. I love this. You have ease and runner guides, and it's right on top of this Mystic Peaks card, the one that said endure. Hold steadfast, reach your distant goals, aim high. And the runner guides, you're going to be able to move through this quicker. Now, usually we think if you're going to go on this, it's Majestic Peaks, you're thinking you're climbing, you're walking, but you're actually doing this at quite a speed. More speed than you realize that you have to do this. It feels like there's a little bit of wind pushing behind your back. Trust it. You know when you are right. You know this. Trust is the big, big thing. It's like you can move with agility in and out of, I'm getting crowds as the visual, but in and out of situations. Again, it's taking me back to the airport. You could be in an airport bar here, and you could be in the airport sandwich shop here, and you can read the energy of the room. Yeah, it's like, it used to be before 9/11 that you could go to the airport and go around the gift shops, hang out, and blah, 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 blah. Now these days are different. But what I'm getting is that if you're out and about in public, practice your reading skills, practice your knowing, practice unmasking. Not because you're judging, but see if you can figure out where in your body is sending you a feeling that is related to somebody that you're observing. Start there. This is huge for you. Then we have opposition, the nature spirits. You're going to want to crash this down a little bit. Yeah, the doubt. The doubt is what's going to come in opposition and challenge you a little bit. Excuse me. Anything else she needs to know? Yeah, I want one more on the purpose cards. Let's see what's going on here. Let go. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So if you're feeling doubt come in, if you're feeling things enter in, or if you're in a personal situation where it's just not going forward, or your gifts aren't being honored, or somebody's not being real, you need to let that one step back from that. Honor what is true in you, and that's going to help you see more clearly, unmask yourself a little bit more in a way that's very, very beautifully authentic, and it allows more trust and more space to come through for you, for yourself, and for others. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy cow, that was gorgeous. Absolutely stunner of a read. Really gorgeous. All right, let's put this here, and we'll see what's next. I think Krista is next. Okay. 2 for Krista, and let's see what's going on. Specialty and then a pinch. So we have Krista's next, specialty and a pinch. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to do a past life on this. Thank you so much. Love the message. Great. Good. Yay. Okay. We're going to go to a past life for Krista. Just give me a second. Go here. Here. Okay. Here. Yeah. Really? Okay. All right. See what we get going through here, and then we'll bring out some more. So I'm going to flip this down. I think these are the place and times. These are past life cards, and they're just called the past life cards. And these are the sacred traveler cards, but I cut off the words because I like the imagery so much. So we're going to see what's going on. Then we're going to go into some of the decks that I like to use for this. Krista, past life. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll get this out of the way for a minute. We'll put this right here. All right. So what I'm getting so far is we've got wealth and service, and this is coming up as you being in the servant mode to a family. This is, or it's not even just a family, it's a name. There's something about the name that it would be all of the family. So if you served the house of something is what's coming. Work is coming in. This is coming in as slave or emancipated slave, but this is servant. This is servant. This is you in your life as a servant. And the tribe coming up as the name. Tribe, tribe, tribe. You are revered there. It looks like somebody has gone. This could be during, yeah, it feels like very much during Crusades, during the time of the Crusades. Now, I wouldn't always get that off of something like this, but that's what's coming through. You're a servant to the house. Now, let's see what's going on. It feels very much that you're female in this past life. I want to see what else is going on here. I want to go to this one, this deck. Let's see what's going on. There's a multitude of skill set that you have. So it's not like you're just in the kitchen cooking or you're just cleaning. You're doing multiple things. I'm getting the old Wimple coming through. So this is, it feels like somebody that, when I get the old Wimple coming through, it would feel like somebody that maybe has lived their life fairly celibate. Maybe they're not a nun, but they're an old maid, old spinster that's taught you many, many things. And it's not even so much grandmother. This is old Wimple, old teacher, old Wimple. I'm getting the really, like, if you think of the nun's habits, like from Sound of Music, old Wimple is what I'm getting. And yeah, I don't know why that's the words that are coming through, but they are. All right, let's see what else is going on here. It feels like the family is running at half staff. What is that? Half mast, half staff? Feels like half the family is gone. They've left one young man in charge. He's very young. He's like really young. He shouldn't be head of house. And old Wimple is there too. And then the females are left behind, but the men are off. So this is why it's consolidated. The people of the house have consolidated. The people of the name have consolidated. This tribe is coming in pretty heavy. They're pooling resources, gathering together because, yeah, this feels early on in the Crusades. Really weird. Okay. Here's the young man right there. And he is overburdened, overworked. And this one's left. The dad's left him in charge. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to flip this down so you can see. Flip this down so you can see. This feels like the young man that's left in charge. This feels like the big burden that's going on. And this is the dad that's left. He left here too, inspired to go, and he took more than the women would have liked him to take. This one doesn't like that he's left behind with the female folk necessarily. He doesn't like the assignment, but you're the servant of the house. You get along well with most people in this particular life. You're super observant. They call you Mouse. They nickname you Mouse. You're quietly present, like you would be the perfect waitress, the perfect hostess, because you're quietly there when you need to be there, but they call you Mouse because you're quiet. You feel like he's 12 or so? Maybe he is. There's the lady. There's the Wimple. There's the Emperor. Oh. Now, we've got the lady of the house, and we've got the Wimple coming through here. Then we have somebody that's emissary here. This is coming up as Emperor, but it feels like the emissary of the king. This is somebody that's putting an undue burden on the house. I don't know if they're taxing you by the fireplace or the window or some kind of crazy-ass English thing like that or not. I don't know. I don't know my history well enough. But it feels like they're taxing the household a little bit heavily, along with asking for the people of the family to go. They're pushing people towards this household. You've got the space. Since you are the residence that is the most affluent of the residents, the family that is left behind is there, and they're pushing more people. It's like shared quarters. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like your house has gone in servitude. Like the house and your servants of the house have gone in servitude to quarter some people. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure who you're quartering, but it's shared quarters. A lot coming at you right now, and you're stuck in this position where there's all these quarters going on. By that I mean there's people that are staying in the physical building, the physical structure, that don't belong to the family or to the household or to anybody. But this one has assigned them to be there. Don't know what that's about. There's strife over it. And then we have the priest coming in. Now this one is an arrogant. The Wimple doesn't like this one at all. This one comes in and he's the arrogant, and the Wimple doesn't like him. It feels like they've got some sort of priest. It's coming in as the high priest card, and it's coming in as literally somebody to do with the church, a priest, a monk, somebody that is a little bit highfalutin, arrogantly religious is what I would say. Wants to take over, wants to be in charge. It's like the king has given him charge of this house temporarily right now, as if it were his to have, and it's not. You are not having it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Plots. Plots are hatching against this one. You have to do something to get that guy out of there. You hear, you're the mouse. You hear things, hear things, hear things. This guy, even though he's kind of a jerk, he's in danger. You hear things, this one is sick of him. He needs to go. He needs to go, or he's going to get gone. He's going to get gone, you know? Gone. What's he going to get gone about? What do you do? I see you packing something, and I don't know a word other than satchel to describe. It's a very weird bag that you're packing. And it feels like it could be tied, yes? Don't know what it's about. It feels like this bag could be tied to under the waist for him to travel, but would have food. He's got to go. There's somebody in this group that wants him very much on the journey to the other side, crossing the veil. Yeah, you got to get them out too. This one feels like he's assigned here, and the ones that are quartered, it's like he's got a target on him. What do you do? This is showing me a lot about the people around you, the people around you. You can only do so much. You've got him food, you've got him food. You're talking to the lady of the house, asking for something to send. It's not like you have much spare. The family doesn't have much spare in coins or cash or anything like that. What did she send? Well, I don't know why this is coming up, but this is what's coming up. And what she's sending is something that is like, what I'm getting is a jewel encrusted dagger. Now, that's not what this card looks like at all, but that's what I'm getting. A bodice dagger. Why? Because the jewels are worth enough, and the dagger would be for protection, and you can't send somebody that's a monk with a big clunky sword and food, but she's sending, it's like a bodice dagger right from her own house. Yeah. What's going on with that? That's what she can afford to send. She's got other things around the house that she would use. She's not going to send anything that's familial coat of arms or the high armor that is meant for this son. She's not sending anything like that. But she can spare that. This woman, she's a woman of weapons. She's very clever, this woman that you work for. You're the mouse, and you've noticed she doesn't just have a bodice dagger. She has all things prickly. Like she would have very, very sharp knives in the kitchen. She would have very, very sharp knitting needles. She would have very, very long tapestry needles. She's one that she's had to fight. You know her stories. You know her tales. You know when she's ready. I think she's had to defend people that have made unwanted advances towards her. And it's why the Wimple looks after her. And it's why as the mouse, you just quietly observe and you know. Very interesting. Okay, so you get the monk sent on his way. What about these other invaders? How do you get rid of them? There is hatching a plan afoot. What is going on? There's something that you're hatching a plan afoot. There's something going on. The Wimple is going to make something really wretched. Yeah. I'm getting something that makes no sense to me, but it's ipecac soup. Modern day ipecac is if your kids swallow poison, then it helps them throw something up, right? And the Wimple is saying ipecac soup. So she's got something going in. I don't know what it is, but it's going to cause the people to be sick, to be uneasy, unstable, queasy. She's had it. The Wimple is pissed at this. The Wimple's very pissed and wants the golden child. The Wimple dotes on this one. Dotes on this son. Yeah. She's making some sort of concoction. And she does it not in a way that everybody gets sick all at once. The Wimple's clever. She's making ipecac soup again, and I don't know what it is. Is this a stew or a broth or whatever? You can't pin it to just one thing or just one meal. But over time, it comes to be believed that this place, this family place, is like kind of cursed or bad luck. People don't want to stay there. They want to leave because everybody gets sick there. The Wimple just says it's the fog. It's the morning fog. It's the air is too moist. The air is causing problems for people. But the Wimple knows that it's more than this. Because it's like, I'm getting the imagery of asparagus that grows along a ditch bank. And it's not asparagus though, but it's something that grows fairly easily that she can send you to procure. You're being sent to pick the asparagus. This, again, is something about the resilience. But you're being sent to pick whatever is... I'm using the word asparagus because I don't know what it is, honestly. But you're being sent to pick it. She knows you know how to recognize it, how to find it, and bring it in. And then she incorporates it. Oh, my gosh. What do you guys do next? The boy has gotten older. This goes on for a period of 2 years. The boy has gotten older. The crusades have gone on for a while. You guys want to keep the boy home. You haven't heard from the father of the household or the main father. But the amount of people that keep getting sent to your structure, the household structure, is less and less. This is the wild nature of the Wimple coming through. Very, very interesting. This feels like the Wimple when she was younger. She knew how to be wild. She may have had like some more pagan type ancestry that went back, and that might be why she knows some things like this. But this is what's going on, and she is clever. This is the Wimple. It wasn't that she was not favored in her youth, but she was wild and she wanted her independence. You're the mouse. You observe the high lady that has so much that she should have advantage, but instead gets put into this wacko situation where her freedom and her choices and all of her liberty seems to be taken. So she married well, but because of what's going on historically is kind of screwed over. And then the Wimple, who you wouldn't suspect to have had that many choices, actually has it exactly how she likes it. And you're still the mouse. Let's see what happens for you. Post-crusade. Post-crusade. You're taken to be part of the highborn family, even though you're not. You jump a class. Jump a class. There's news of the death, and you jump a class. What goes on here? Why is that happening? See what else is going on. It feels like the father of the house is killed abroad. That's not so great, but this is what it feels like has happened. People are now not staying at this place that feels like the cursed place. And now it feels like it's got a little bit of order restored to it. You jump a class. You eventually marry. You eventually have family. but you hold some of the wealth now. Anything else going on here? This was a difficult time for you. It was challenging, but you learned a lot in just sheer observation. You learned how to maneuver between whoever was quartered there, be they soldiers, be they monks, be they whoever, and you learned how to blend and move through all the classes and stations. The world opened up to you. That's what happened. It's giving me the stop. Yeah, that's what happened. You went on to marry, but you jumped a class. So it seems like that you were able to get out of the servant class to get into something's a little more wealthy. I don't know that they would necessarily take you as nobility or aristocracy, but they definitely had you jump a class. Don't know what that's about, but that's what I got. Yeah, that's complete. That's wild. Yeah, and you liked the Wimple. I don't know what her name was. I don't know what her name was. But yeah, you liked the Wimple and you liked the lady. And the son of the house did okay, but it seems like it was a tough one. Really tough one. All right. That's what I got. Yeah, super cool. Super cool. I'll try and remember to put the Wimple on this one, if I can remember that. All right, let me get some water. And a pick. And a pinch. A pinch. Okay, got it. Give me just 1 second. Let me get a little water and we'll do the pinch. Okay, we're going to do the pinch. See what's happening. I'm getting to do 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Okay. 3 weeks, we're right there. What do we got? Oh, lessons are here. Lessons are here. Time to do smart writing. I don't know if you can see this. Time to do smart writing for lessons. Lessons of growth important. This is like the cake has the frosting on it, tied up with a bow, tied up in a pretty bow. So whatever you're writing, you're coming to completion of some sort of thing, whether you're journaling or doing anything else. There's something that the message is tied up with a pretty bow. You have the horse here. Let me see if I can point this out to you. You have the horse head here, something tied up with a bow about the writing and moving forward for the next month. So this feels like from now going forward 3 weeks. So this is leading you in, the moonlight, the intuition, leading you forward for the next 3 weeks is what I'm getting. Then standing strong here, this is very interesting. You're going to be a little thrown off balance. I'm going to scooch this over so you can see it a little bit. But what we've got here is the flamingo. And the flamingos, if they don't eat the shrimp and whatever it is, they don't get their color, right? There's something that you have to do that's very important. This feels like something, and it could be to do with the diet or what you're eating or what you're actually literally consuming, but something that gives you your color back is important, and it feels like that's all it needs to be about for about a week and a half. It's just about restoring your color, restoring your color, restoring your color, getting your color back. I don't know what that's about. It feels like that something has gone a little overly long over here, and it's time to let that rest. In tarot land, this would be like the Four of Swords, retreat, reclaim, renew, restore. Big time. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, we've got the ring coming in. This is about promises and soul contract, and this is the ring coming in. It's big. There's something about the soul contract. There's something about an appointed time. This is about 3 weeks away. There's an appointed time to start something new, to open something up. You've got the key here, and you got the starfish here. This is where this is looking forward with the star here. Stars echoed here. Something very distinct. Something that adds to it. This feels like going forward. Now, the soul contract here and the key. This is important. This is something that you have done and completed here is the key to moving forward. And world card coming through also. So right here, this keeping your balance and keeping your color, getting your color back, important. Very, very important. Next week and a half, 2 weeks, important, important. As you go into this bigger lesson and you're opening up something else, you're opening up more gifts, opening up another contract with yourself that is about your hopes and dreams that you need to move forward towards. This is big for you. Something about the lesson that you've gotten, something about the lessons you received, something about the way you journal in the next little bit is important. It will nourish the soul, nourish the self, and you'll be ready to create and honor a new contract with the soul that's going on. This is you with your higher self saying, we're ready to open this up. You're almost there. That's what I've got coming in. I'm not sure what that's all about. You're saying heard? Good. Glad it makes sense to some degree here. And the star in the dream, there's some kind of new thing that you're going to be doing. I don't know if it's new project that is to do with like earning money or just new dream or new talent to pursue. This might be something you've pursued and set down, but it's like you need to have a new pursuit of this again. That's what I've got. That feels complete. That's gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. So there's all the charms, but yeah, this is big. And I think that when I recorded this, when you see it, you'll have to see when I flash down if you want to see the individual charms, because I was getting mostly the mat and looking at the phone more than the other. But that's what I've got. Gorgeous. Love that for you. Love it. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay. All right, I think we're doing pretty good. How we doing, Kim? You are so welcome, honey. That is beautiful. And that ring is huge. I mean, look at that. And the fact that it comes with the key. There is a promise that is ready to be opened for you. Huge. Thank you. List is clear. Okay, I think we'll do a collective and do that and then put last call just for the sheer vocal cords of things. So let's do that. Let me put this over to the side. Let's do a collective. I want to go into the calendara for the collective. So that's where we're going to go. And then we'll probably let my voice rest, and maybe Phil or I can get on Thursday or Friday. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I don't like the way I sound right now. But healing is going to heal at its own rate. As far as I know, there's no way to rush this any faster. I mean, I've been doing honey and lemon and honey and tea with cayenne and honey and tea with ginger and turmeric and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to take a little bit. So, okay. What does the collective need to know right now? Pipe down in the back. Quiet down. Cranky school teacher coming through. Wow. Pipe down in the back. Quiet down. Getting this energy that we need to be in the quiet, in the stillness. Pipe down in the back. Don't look for controversy. Wow. I'm not going to use the cards. This is what's coming through. It's like old school, cranky school teacher says, pipe down in the back. Has the student be quiet. Goes to put the chair under the student's butt and say, okay, sit over here. And when the chair is moved, the chair turns into the throne. There's a lesson in the stillness for us. When we settle down, when we let our minds get clear, when we let our minds get quiet, then we sit and we inhabit our own throne a little more. Yes, okay. All right. Something is, red ribbons are hanging on the side of this. I'm getting like a throne, like a cushy chair throne. And there's red ribbons stranding down like red satin. It's a reassurance, a victory, not to be afraid. Things are secure. It's going to be okay. Look at that. First one out, Emperor in the throne. You're sitting in the quiet and in control of the world. You don't have to go about it in such a noisy way. Control over your own dominion is coming in a huge way right now. The red ribbon's coming through. I mean, look at this flowing off of his arm there. This is what's going on. I'm hoping that's amazing. That's amazing. Page of Wands. And healed. The excitement needs to be there again. The excitement returns. The truth that you carry grows. Leaving behind something that was unsatisfactory. Quit looking at that. Yeah? I'm getting the rear view mirror image, and you guys have heard me say that you can't drive forward if you're looking in the rear view mirror. It's not the best way to do it, so start looking forward. Start getting where you're creating solutions from a place of security, from a place of what you know that you are secure in. Move forward with security. Move forward with more love for each other. Move forward in a way that you are quiet, and then take your action. Make your move. Quiet first, then make your move. Now this one sometimes comes through like bull in the china shop, ready to charge forward, charge forward, charge forward. Sometimes has to rein in the horse, and this is what I'm getting. It is the time for you to rein in the horse. It's time to, whoa, Nelly, just a little bit, yeah? And then the momentum comes. You don't want to misstep or have your horse misstep. So the vehicle that you are using, whatever it is that you are using as the vehicle, you want to check it out. So some of you, that will be check your cars. Make sure that you've got, like if the engine light's coming on, check it out. Some of you, if you need to double check your tires, whatever it is. If you're seeing construction in the zone, you're like, oh, I don't want to drive there because I'll get a nail in my tire. Listen to that. Whoa, Nelly says, be careful in where you're maneuvering your vehicle to. The Chariot's coming in literally like the vehicle. Focus before you get the momentum and move forward. What else is coming forward for this? As above, so below. Don't have your head so far in the clouds that you can't get grounded. Again, don't look in the rear view mirror if you want to move forward. Go towards what's fulfilling, but stay grounded and take it a little bit at a time. Heard that car message? Good, good. Yeah, double check your stuff. Make sure, it might even be just double check that you've like gassed up so you're not running out of gas. But as above, so below. What you focus on is going to come forward. The sun. It's going to shift. The gears are shifting into a happier space. This is what's coming through for us. Things are turning out to be a lot happier. Some of us are ready to receive this now. Some people are not. They're going to be stuck in conflict and friction. It doesn't mean everything is easy peasy, and it doesn't mean that your values change, but your MO is a little different, and your purpose behind the MO is a little bit different. Yeah. You're working to create more illumination about a thing. You're bringing in the happiness, you're bringing in the joy, but it has to come from a space where you have the joy enough to share in the first place. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. So that's what I've got. So, all right. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to let things rest for today, and I'll either be on tomorrow or Friday. If worse comes to worse, I'll be on Saturday. If Phil isn't up for doing a show this weekend and needs more rest, then I'll be doing it on Saturday. But that's what I've got. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry my voice isn't a little stronger right now. And we will see what we can do a little bit later down the week, a little later down the track. So have a good day, everyone. Take care. Bye.